Hello, hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel, Daily Political Tarot and Astrology. It is what it says on the tin. Anyway, hello. I am here literally every single day of the year. Sorry, standing desk just settled. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community. You rock. You've just been so supportive of each other and so supportive of me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. So, hello. Oh, dear great Gussie. Okay, hang on, let me pull this back a little bit. Forgive, please. Sorry for about the very wet, messy hair, but we're doing the best we can. All right, and I'm using the Housewives Tarot today. It just seems appropriate. Girl's pointing out that yesterday, fatuous 47 went golfing instead of going to his dear friend Charlie's memorial. Anyone surprised? No. He says he's going to the funeral, but he wasn't there for the memorial. Heck, no. Oh, thank you, Warm Halo. Thank you. Yeah, this is a lot. Okay. Anyway, we are starting with. Oh, Lord help. Okay. Let me move this one up. And because, yeah. Ready? At 2 minutes, 15 seconds in. RFK Jr. Oh, Lord. All right, we'll read on him. RFK Jr. spoke at Kirk's memorial vigil yesterday. Saint Charlie. Look, I'm not saying anything should have happened to him. It shouldn't have. Absolutely not. I've been very clear on this. I want to make it clear one more time. I've been perfectly clear on this channel. I do not believe in political violence. It's wrong. It should never happen. Never. Period. End of. However, the right turning this into some kind of weird opportunity to, I don't know, they're talking like it's a civil war and all of this kind of stuff. It's like, dude, that's on your side. Go away. We didn't do it. But they're still lying. Anyway, so, and they are, I mean, they're going to start, saying that praying to Saint Charlie causes miracles. I mean, it's just, he should be alive. He should. And this cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs reaction is just, I understand everybody grieves differently, but it's not good if you use it as an excuse for more violence. Like that sitting member of the Virginia House of Representatives. Anyway, back to RFK Jr., who went to the memorial, spoke at the memorial. RFK Jr. spoke at Charlie Kirk's memorial vigil yesterday. Quote, I met Charlie for the first time in July of 2001. I went on his podcast, and I think we approached each other with a lot of trepidation at that time. But by the end of the podcast, we were so amazed. We were spiritual brothers, and we were friends. In 2001, Charlie Kirk was 8. He was 8 years old in 2001. Okay. I misspeak I'm on camera every single day of my life. I misspeak. I know it happens, but really? Eh, eh. No! RFK Jr., you did not go on Charlie Kirk's podcast in 2001. He was 8 years old. Chemical Squirrel is asking, who wants to join me in void screaming today? Sure, I'm in. This is nuts. Magician. Boy, are they shuffling the chairs around as quickly as they can. Oh, this is what it meant, and this is what he did, and this is who he was. And this is what he stood for, and we must fight back, and all of this. And it just means that everyone on the left is hateful and violent. Don't make me pull out the list of the violence done by the right to the right. It's very long. Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah, getting all together. Now, look, I understand some people are hurt by this. I understand. Honest grief is honest grief. But slow your roll. Take a breath. Page of Swords. Just running around. Five of Pentacles. Okay, the drama. If you knew Charlie Kirk, then yeah, I understand you're upset. If you didn't, but you agreed with a bunch of stuff he said, okay. But this is just, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. Run, run. Ah. And we were out in the cold and decrepit. The people outside the church, bereft. His family, heck yeah, I understand that. But these performative people on the right, sit down. Burn says, nails, lipstick, side panels, all matchy-matchy. I think Autumn was here. We've met. All right, I think this is going. This is acting weird. RFK Jr. Really 2001. All right, we turn that down. That's a little better. No, I actually have features. Okay, so Corsman says we're living in a reality TV show. We are, and except there's actual violence, strength. Just everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. This isn't going to go on forever. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. I think that started around my toes. Whew. Okay. This is eventually everybody's going to calm down. This was a sick person who did something they absolutely should not have done. Thank you. But yeah, and then they'd go back to work. And by the way, release the Epstein files. And I have to wonder if part of this, stirring this up as high as possible, at 10 minutes in, are they stirring this up as high as possible to deflect from the Epstein files. I mean, I know some of them are upset, but thank you. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of genuine feeling on this. I really do. Chances, do we really even have to ask that question? I know. It's sad. They're very much emotionally dysregulated right now. There is that there. Because, and we haven't managed to get the full Epstein files yet. So they're running in circles. When in danger or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. There are a couple of people of calmer demeanor behind the scenes that just push this, push that. But there's genuine feelings here. I don't know how much it's going on consciously, but yep. Okie dokie. All right, so at 12 minutes in, you know how they say that vice presidents, they don't do enough, they don't have a real job, they're just in waiting, right? JD Vance is taking over Charlie Kirk's podcast. At least the episode being done today. There's outrage on both sides of the aisle on this one. Will he end up taking it over altogether? Thank you, Nita. It feels like there's bigger stuff going on. I mean, yes, this was very sudden. Nine of Pentacles, willing to do it. Two of Wands, there's your far-right communication. Two of Cups. I don't know. It's hard reading on Vance because his energy is weird. His energy is it's Vance's energy. It's awkward. It's weirdly stunted. But I've got the High Priestess here with the Empress, which means there's bigger stuff going on in the country. Stuff in secret, behind the scenes. So this feels not long term. I don't know if maybe he'll do it a few times, but this is just kind of there. But this is what's going on, and I think he's going to be busy. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, going through the news with me. It can be awful to go through the news by yourself. Yes, if someone told me that this would be our reality, I would have laughed in their face. Unfreaking believable. Yes. Joyce is asking, the vice president has that kind of time in his day for podcasting? Yeah. So at 15, getting to the crux of the matter, our nation and world leaders are reportedly bracing themselves to see if Trump will use Kirk's death as a launch to launch imminent crackdowns. Per CNN and RawStory, quote, anger among conservatives over Kirk's unaliving could be channeled into more intensity for Trump's existing policy goals, like his crackdown on crime in Democratic cities, his push for mid-cycle redistricting to try and stave off GOP losses in the midterms, and a federal funding confrontation with Democrats that could shut down the government at the end of the month. No awfulness is... Every awfulness is an opportunity to someone with no conscience. And do you know why Trump cares about this? Do you know why he cares about the unaliving of Charlie Kirk? Honestly? Because he's afraid it will happen to him. Does he actually does he feel for Kirk's widow? She's attractive. Does he care what happens to the kids? Oh, Sandra Lee says, I have good news. The medicine I blew my budget on saved my pup. He's going to make it now. Yay! Oh, good. Good. Oh, by the way, last I heard, Trump had decided to perhaps take ICE to Memphis rather than Chicago. Good thinking. Yeah. Well, there's the government, and we are on the craziest timeline. Ten of Pentacles, Chariot. He wants his legacy to be this big showy thing, but that's all. It feels like the judges are shutting him down. King of Wands. There's Trump the man. Oh, I'm glad you feel better, Jan. The last card. Trump the man. Yeah. See if I can get any more information. La 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 la. So, dumpster fire. You're going to try to use this as an excuse. Oh, he despises it. You don't need me to tell you this. He despises leaders in blue states and cities. How dare they question the master, the king, the emperor? Money issues. Yeah, this budget thing at the end of the month. He's thinking about that a lot. Emperor, Ace of Pentacles. Does make it harder to do your awful when the government's shut down. But Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. There's a potential clashes between the left and the right. King of Pentacles, Republicans. How far are the Republicans, the regular Republicans, willing to go with him? Because there was another Republican who was like, yeah, I'm done. It's surprising the number of Republicans who are not running for re-election. And again, the big secrets. Knight of Swords. He will do some things, but I'm actually surprised this isn't worse. I think he's got bigger fish to fry. There's a lot going on. So, take care, Eva. Yes, Sharon Rice. Salmonella branded mayonnaise. Everything expires. I'm serious. It won't. Everything expires. Here. Salmonella. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. I love this deck. This is a great deck. Toolman says, not surprising, the GOP is on track for historic losses in the midterms at this rate. From your tippity-tap fingers to God's ear. Yeah. Whew. Okay. This was related. I'm just going to pull 3 cards on this. This was an actual headline over on RawStory. Is this Trump's Reichstag fire moment? Oh boy. Analyst argues MAGA's response to Kirk's unaliving demands to shut down left groups, vows to hurt those who contributed. It wasn't us. Take your civil war somewhere else. It wasn't us. Echoes crises leveraged by authoritarians to suspend liberties and centralize power. Wouldn't work. Yes, Jan, release the Epstein files. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, well, I was going to do 3. Now I've got 5. No. The only major arcana I have here is the Hermit, and that's the card for the reading. So, no. It also feels like he's too inept to actually pull this off. Yeah, they're just in their feelings running around. And I understand grief is grief. Grief hurts. But there's a point where it becomes performative and irresponsible if you're not careful. So, okay. Oh yes, Love Tulu, the person who allegedly did it. Oh yeah, registered Republican. Anyway, oh boy. Okay, so let's go to, sorry, sometimes I gotta check to see kind of where we're going. So MAGA is getting worried about what? Trump's AI push triggers backlash inside his base. Really? MTG warns of job loss and environmental risks. I'm sorry. Marjorie Taylor Greene is warning of environmental risks? I'm sorry. Marjorie Taylor Greene is warning of environmental risks. Okay. Bannon likens superintelligence to, quote, summoning the demon, unquote. Okay. I use AI a lot as a small business owner, as a person running a very, very small business. You have to wear a lot of hats. You have to do a lot of stuff, and you need help organizing it. And I already have organizational systems in place, but it's rough. I am constantly butting up against the limits of what AI can do. At this point, I just want AI, like ChatGPT or somebody, to be able to actually make a change on a Notion page where I keep information. That. Could you put that there? Could you just take this information and put it on that particular Notion page? It even says there are connectors between ChatGPT and Notion. No, not really. That's and I have been beating my head against that, along with many other things, constantly. Like, oh, I can do that. No, I can't. So anybody who's out there like, it's super intelligence, it's going to take over the world, it's Skynet, it's all of this. It can't change the text on Notion, which is a glorified Word document, basically. Oh, man, these people, there's reality, and then there's wherever these people are. Anyway, Josh Hawley frames AI as anti-working class and anti-Bible. Anti-Bible. Okay. If I go to AI right now and I say, tell me about the Bible, it will happily tell me all about the Bible. What did Jesus say? Give me examples of the things Jesus said about topic. It will tell me. It will remind me. How is it anti-Bible? It's like, no, I will not speak of that thing. No. Mary says, there's a guy on TikTok who studies the Bible using ChatGPT. Oh, yeah. So, fault lines could shape the next AI fight in Congress. I love sci-fi. You know me. I am literally on book 3 of... Yeah, it's a Kindle. I am literally on... Oh, I need to plug my phone in. There we go. I'm working my way through this series. First Command, Second Chance, and Trinity. The 4th one in the series comes out next year, and I want it now. Deep Space. I spent a lot of time in Deep Space. Deep Space, really clever, by Michael Simon. Good stuff. Anyway. I love sci-fi. This one isn't AI heavy, but yeah. This is nuts. Innocent Potato says, you don't need AI to tell you about the Bible. Just read a real physical Bible book. Yes, but some people, they really dive deep into the translations and when it was originally written down, what that meant. So there's a lot. So Jane King says, good morning, Boo Boo and Alfie. Aw. You know that Donald Trump is the most communist president we've ever had, right? And that sounds like, oh, you're being ridiculous. No, he has demanded that the government get a piece of NVIDIA, there's a list of companies that Trump has insisted the government get a piece of. That's not capitalism. That's communism. Anyway, his plans change based on what he feels like, and which I don't know what's the last medication he took. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands, Hierophant. There's the government. Ten of Pentacles, hanging. This is legacy, hanging the big thing on the wall. It says, me, I was here doing more stupid stuff. Knight of Pentacles. There's potentially lots of money in AI, so why would Republicans be against it overall? Considering pretty much anything that'll make them money, they're generally for. And Knight of Swords. Yeah, it causes some people worry, but generally. Okay. Right now, I kind of feel like I'm just walking along next to the Republican Party. And the Republican Party is a balloon floating, barely tethered to anything. It's just reality. What reality? There's a lot of that going around. And so Democrats have now not only become the party of law and order, but now we're the party of reality. Okay. Okay, here we go. 32 minutes in. The Epstein file fight intensifies. Representative Jamie Raskin, we love Jamie Raskin around here. Representative Jamie Raskin presses FBI Director Kash Patel, quote, "Who exactly are you protecting?" As Senate Republicans block Schumer's push to force more DOJ disclosures. Only Rand Paul and Josh Hawley are breaking ranks to join the Democrats. So how is the Epstein fight going? Fruits of labor, we know it exists. Eight of Cups. Yeah, definitely working on it. Work. Still a missing piece, big missing piece, but working on it. And the Republicans just sitting for the most part. Page of Cups. We believe the survivors. Yes, we do. Wheel of Fortune. Criminal. The card of the criminal. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Sandra James, what's the name of the book Sebastian is reading? Oh, it's a series by, was it Michael Simon? It's Michael Simon. It's a series. First Command is the first book. It's the First Command series. First Command, Second Chance, and Trinity. And then there's a fourth book coming out next year, which I am absolutely going to buy. It's very clever. This guy comes up with very clever ways to save his ship and his crewmates, and I love that. So, yes, when I take a break, my favorite place to go is way out there, not here. Anyway. Oh, you're welcome. So, Julie had a question that is, wow, this is creatively awful. This is Final Frontier. This is a different. Cindy says Sebastian's written 2 books. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Yes, I have. I'm working on more. Working to finish the one and then working on more. All right, this is cuckoo banana pants. At 35:30, Julie was pointing out, per CNN, President Blunderdum, the crook, wants to eliminate quarterly reporting of public companies. Of course he does. Of course he does. He says the long-term look is a better picture of the economy, and the short-term reports hurt the economy. Tell me you're completely inept on helping the economy and the American people without telling me you are completely inept. Eliminate quarterly reporting. It's a better picture of the economy if you don't look at it, and then you just look at it briefly right there, and then you keep going. Now it hurts the economy if we have to look at how companies are doing. Jen says, tell me you've never studied economics without telling me you've never studied economics. Yeah. Cauldron Hill Craftworks says stockholders want quarterlies. Yes. Lewis is pointing out, said the man who bankrupted 3 casinos. Yes. Exactly. Burns says, I sense a pattern. Remember when he said to stop testing for COVID? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whew. So, he is seeing some nasty economic information. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've just jettisoned all of these workers from the country. You've stopped vast amounts of trade. Yeah, the economy is going to crater. Duh. Tower's the first card. He knows stuff we don't, and it's bad. 7 of Pentacles, fruits of labor. It's still like GDP. 10 of Swords. Ouch. Queen of Pentacles. But Republicans. And the Empress. The country. He knows what's coming. Yeah, visualize 70. Self-serving or what? Yeah. Shauna Max says the stunt in Georgia with Hyundai cost the country billions. Yeah. Where was this up here? Shauna Mack is saying it's an SEC violation to not have quarterly reports. Yeah. And Anne is saying stockholders may have something to say. Yeah. Yeah. So is he going to get his way? No. If he does, it's going to be some small part of it, because this is a big old no. Take your idea and just move along. 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Devil. Burden, adding insult to injury, and corruption. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. I don't think it's going to go very far. Whew. Okay, so where are we? We're almost at 40 minutes in. Thank you for going through the news with me again. Oh, at 40 minutes, 10 seconds in, deciding his own fate. Trump world and GOP leaders want to oust, yeet, Representative Thomas Massie. Is that how I keep messing this name up? Massie. Allies eye recruiting Daniel Cameron to challenge him. Massie has pushed for the Epstein files release and told Trump to tone down rhetoric. Oh, I'm sure Trump loved that. Woo. Wow. Mm-hmm. So are they going to successfully yeet Thomas Massie? Wow, 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 wow. Feels like Massie is closer than we might think. Cards for the reading. It's this. He's got most of the cups, but just there's something missing, and it's sitting on top of the Justice card. I like that. Will they successfully yeet Massie? 5 of Wands, trying to stir up trouble. There's the Empress. There's the country. Knight of Swords, aggressively campaigning against him. 3 of Pentacles. It's a plan. Feels a little rickety, but it's a plan. 8 of Swords being hemmed in. I don't know if this is Massie being hemmed in by voters. And is pointing out that Massie is the rep for Kentucky's 4th district. Thank you. Lisa's saying Cameron is hated here in Kentucky. Okay. So, hello, Jennifer. I like that, Raymond, that quote from Jack Cameron. Calling bigotry an opinion is like calling arsenic a flavor. Yeah. Well, we know the kind of panic that's going on over the Epstein files. Ace of Cups. Big new moment that is going to hurt the people involved with Epstein, as it should. But then quiet. Is it quiet because nothing happens to the people involved? Or is this quiet as in they back off Massie? Oh, that's definitely not the same Cameron. Yes, Veronica, the kidney has a special place in the heart. Look, I realize that, midterms are just over a year away. There's a lot that can happen between here and there, and that's pretty much what I'm getting. It's just, if anything, you have to say you're going to run somebody else just to calm down the orange fury. 9 of Wands, feeling beaten up, illusion, delusion. Say it's all a lie, say it's all AI, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Sandra Lee says that DJT is an imbecile. Yes, he is. Yep. Lisa says he lost the governor's race to Andy Bashir. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, I did read on Brian Kilmeade, his apology. I read on that yesterday. We need to check in at 45:10. We need to check in on the whole Ukraine, Russia, Poland situation. Poland is called Article 4. She did that a few days ago. Anyway, NATO mobilizing on the Eastern Front. Trump says he seeks to sanction Russia over actions in Poland. Believe it or not, Trump is getting mad at Putin because Putin has made him look bad. Not a hard thing to do, but okay. So, Russia media paints Trump as an ally against NATO. Russia took all of Belarus's gasoline for the war in Ukraine and claims Finland plans to invade. Okay, here's the thing. You don't want to mess with the Finnish. You don't want to mess with the Ukrainians. You don't want to mess with the Finnish. During World War II, people tried to invade Finland. And they'd roll across the border. They'd roll into a village, or town, whatever. And there would be nobody around. Be completely silent. And so people would stop and they get out of their trucks and start looking around. Oh, we're just going to roll in and take over. They got you out of your trucks, idiots. And then they would pop up and end the life of everybody there. Yeah, don't. Yeah, Lewis, squeak, squeak, squeak. Isabel is saying Finland will play death metal on Russian territory until Russia surrenders. Yeah, you don't mess with the Finnish. Finland. Yeah, no. Raymond says, please, you're messing with Vikings. Yeah. Don't mess with the Finnish. Don't. Oof. There's not much here. All right, let's have a look at, let me specifically look at, because what Putin is saying is there's nothing to it. He's just lying. Oh, am I frozen? Yes, old silver, for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. Yes. So the Russia, you're poking NATO. Thank you, Tevi. Veronica says he's messing with all 5 of my nationalities. Summer Virgo says Finland is known as being one of the happiest countries in the world, and I'm sure they're not letting anyone take away their joy. I agree. P.S. The Finns are not Vikings, says Goral. I understand. Sorry about that. I still wouldn't mess with Finland. That feels like Trump. Surprise. And the war continues. Marie said it's almost time for Boo Boo's entrance. You're kitty. I love hanging out with you. There should be justice. There's certainly been enough damage. Ouch. King of Swords, it's military might, and 3 of Pentacles, the plan. The fighting continues. That's all I've got. Sandra says maybe if we call him, he'll come. Here, kitty, kitty. Jan says Mr. Murder Mittens is patiently waiting. I love that. Although it reminds me of the that great Red Dwarf, the puppet. Anyway. Yeah, Putin, don't mess with NATO. You'll lose. He's going to lose anyway. I've always picked up that Ukraine is going to win. Period. But Sassy Cat's going, here, boo boo. Whew. So yeah, NATO has money. They have stuff. High Priestess. They know how to use it. Lovers, strength. And Europe is going to stand with Ukraine. I am getting that. And this is all major arcana. So the only thing I'm really getting that's really strong right now is Europe is going to stand with Ukraine. And if Russia keeps pushing NATO has a lot of stuff that they can use. So Debsy says Miller is making staff members cry. Bully much, dude? Oh, he is a bully. He is vile. Nazi Ferratu is vile. Seriously. Traveling Tarot says, I picked up Ukraine winning from the beginning, and it made me think the war wouldn't last long because I was so certain. Visualize 70 says Europe and the UK will stand with Ukraine because it has to. Not necessarily. No, not really. Not necessarily. But I believe they will. Yeah. Winnie Boo is asking, doesn't Putin have China's backing now? A little sometimes. It's not quite as... Toolman, yes, Putin is running out of time. Massive gasoline shortages along with massive inflation will end the war. Yeah. And Jen reminds us, release the Epstein files. Yes. So they can try to, they're going to, and they're going to keep trying to deflect. They're going to change the subject. They're going to blame the left for things we didn't do. Charlie Kirk, nothing to do with us. Donald Trump, nothing to do with us. None of it. Sorry. It's just reality. So don't let them push your buttons. I know it's hard, but don't let them push your buttons. At 54 minutes in, cards for us. Save. Deborah says, ask MAGA, how's this helping you in your daily life? Yeah. Dave says China has a massive untested military that's hard to move from place to place. Okay. Byrne says Russians are getting tired of losing their husbands and sons. Yeah. L. Crowley, I am using the Housewives Tarot. There'll be a link to it in the description box right after this, right after I finish the live stream. Cards for us. Yep. The con man. Oh, and the emperor. Yeah. The con man emperor. The emperor and the con man. They're just, look over here, look over there, shiny, shiny. Oh, upset, upset. Whoa, whoa. Mm-hmm. Knight of Cups. We're going to stick to what's real, what's true. Seven of Wands. They end up on the defensive. Three of Cups. And we're going to go out and vote. Don't let them push your buttons. Oh, we're going to do this again. Sorry. Sorry, I took my antihistamine. Whew. Okay. So, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for being here. It is 1 o'clock. It is 1 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah will be there too. And we are... there. And you are always welcome. Just being productive, and you've got a community here, you've got a community there every single day. So Em says the stream is over too fast. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So please remember, you're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. Hang in there. And I will see you tomorrow, like always. All right. Take care. Oh, I'll roll questions over to tomorrow if I didn't get to them today.